Hi everyone, I'm Nick. I'm the founder of the Busking project. We're here because people have less cash on them and they need to pay buskers by card. I was inspired by this guy. He's a Chinese immigrant, came to New York. Every time I saw him play, I saw children dancing, I saw people holding hands, I saw them wiping tears off their cheeks. I saw strangers making eye contact on the subway, which, as you know, is a death wish in New York. You just don't make eye contact with anyone. He was fined so often by the New York Police Department that he ended up having to leave after 18 years of playing on that platform to find somewhere that was going to be more encouraging. Everywhere we saw the same thing. Buskers are being criminalized, they're being arrested, they're having to do auditions for the right to play for free. It's just becoming much harder to be a busker nowadays. One of the problems is, of course, that people aren't carrying cash. We can go on from that. So we've created a way of buskers getting digital donations in the street, of selling their music straight to people's phones. No CD needed, because this computer doesn't have a CD player, and I don't know when the last time you guys bought a CD was. They can gain fans, they can gain lasting fans as well. So if I check into a busker's performance, just like in Foursquare, I will become a part of that busker's list of fans, and he can send me updates. And if I go to another show, then I raise up that list. And then if I go to more shows than anyone else, I'm his biggest fan. And he can then reward his biggest fans with freebies and concerts and that kind of thing. I don't know if you all have your phones, but I'm actually going to ask for you guys to go to that for a second. We've created a test profile for Joe. Awesome. You don't have to scroll down. It's fine. So we made a little profile for him. I do have a roller bowler over there if you want to show off with it.
I have no idea what that is, so yeah, why not?
And we found this.
Oh,
it's great. It's part of his act later. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
So we have a little bit of money. We don't have anyone on the team who cares about money. That's one of the problems, but I'm not asking about that. More specifically, at the beginning of this week, at the end of last week, we found out that there was another similar app, does a lot of the same stuff that we do. It has our name, Busker, B-U-S-K-R, but they're calling themselves Busker App. It is based in New York. It can't take payments outside the US because they use Venmo. We're using Stripe, so we don't have that problem. But my girlfriend has just moved to New York. I have US citizenship, and I don't know whether or not to go over there and fight with him on New York turf. And I don't know anything about the US startup ecosystem, or whether to stay here and not have that competition. I don't know if anybody has any experience of going up against somebody who has the same product as them. Would you prefer to live in their city or not? I guess is my question.
Okay, so big round of applause for Nick.
Slightly left field suggestion, but a lot of the value that you get as a giver to a busker is the kind of public nature of the donation. You kind of feel a sense of reward that you're doing something. It's an activity, right? And if it's on a smartphone, it's rather private. So you might want to think about having some kind of Internet of Things device that will kind of ring a bell or have a flashing light or whatever when someone makes a donation. In terms of the question that you asked about going to the US, as far as I understand it, the other guy's looking at the US and you basically got kind of the rest of the world, which seems like quite a good
and
deal.
A 4-year head start.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any particular reason to compete within a territory when you don't have to, because there are plenty of virgin territories you can go to. And London's massive for buskers, Paris would be as well. Any big tourist city is going to have loads of busking, so why go to New York and have a fight when there's a natural monopoly in that place?
Because if I don't go to New York, I have to have a fight with my girlfriend.
You could go to New York with a girlfriend and then run it in the UK, just to
I think I might
appease
have to.
her, right?
I will actually say we're working with a Toronto researcher who has developed, those vacuum cleaners that do the house while you're out? They just sort of bump around into things. She's put a hat onto one of them, so it comes up to you, and then when you donate, it thanks you, and then it goes off around the crowd again.
How are you striking the balance between kind of the busking community and kind of more authoritative groups? Is that a struggle, or is it?
No. We've done academic research on busking policy, which we were invited by the United Nations to present to them. So we're there at sort of like the urban planning dignitaries of the world we're in this thing, and it was a very lush hotel, and I'm standing there thinking that this has nothing to do with the people that I am representing. So it's very difficult. If any of them saw any of my presentations, we would lose a lot of fans. The moment you start calling them a market, you know. Oh, hey, we have an anti-capitalist market. How do you sell to that? Thank you.